Hello, welcome. My name's David from Good Vitality. I want to speak to you about the coronavirus. Are you just going to sit there and wait? Well, that's your choice. So that's for you to make that decision. Now, I must stress, you must follow the guidelines as set out by the UK government. That is, wash your hands for 20 seconds thoroughly, stand 2 metres away from people you regularly come into contact with, and if you do cough into your elbow or in a tissue and discard. Okay. Now, before I start with going into this video, just give you a simple little test that you can do yourself straight away to see how the immune system is functioning. And one is, if you lift your left arm up and follow down to where the elbow would have touched the side of your chest and palpate around that area for it could be 30 seconds to a minute. And if you find that within that time, any time really, you could start eating straight away and you might feel discomfort. If you find within that time that it is tender, then you know that I'm telling you is connected to the spleen, and that's part of the immune system, helps with the immune system. Similarly, if you go down, lift up your right arm and go down to where the middle of the bicep was and slightly below, and palpate around there, that is the thymus area. And these are the Chapman reflexes for these two big organs that help the immune system. So if you palpate that again for up to a minute and find that it's tender, then you know that your immune system isn't functioning correctly. And that's a simple test that you can do yourself. This is all to do with kinesiology. Kinesiology understands the language of the body. The body's always giving you clues as to what's happening, but we choose to ignore them. We go, oh, we'll take no notice of that and we carry on. But the body is always giving you clues, okay? Now, just to mention, the SARS and the COVID-19 are very similar strains of virus. And there's no cure for this COVID-19. If someone says that they have a cure, they're giving you false information. Or if they tell you to take this product that I've heard very recently, as early as this morning, someone says that they have a cure, please ignore them, because there's no known cure for it. That's why they're trying to do a vaccine, trying to rush it through. No one throughout the world hasn't got a cure. So please ignore them. So let me just give you an overview of the immune system. You have an innate system and an adaptive system. The innate system works instantly as soon as it sees something foreign enter the body. It starts a cascade effect. If it doesn't recognise it, then it starts a cascade effect which instructs the adaptive system to come into play. And we liken that to, if you can imagine, you have the thymus, which is around this area, but although that's the Chapman reflex, and the spleen, which is around this area, and the reflex for it. They're the generals. So as soon as something foreign comes into the body, it instructs the adaptive system to come into play with T alpha 1 and T alpha 2 lymphocytes. And they basically, one eats the virus up and the other one produces antibodies, and it needs to do one of the two. Now, it normally takes 5 to 7 days for this to happen. So once you get the virus, it's very similar to a common cold. If we liken it to a common cold, as soon as you get a common cold, it takes the body, because it's not recognised. There's loads of different strains of colds. As soon as it becomes, it hasn't recognised, it sets the cascade effect up, initiating the adaptive system to come into play to build these new antibodies to fight the virus. That's why it takes 5 to 7 days for a common cold to leave the body, because your body immune system comes into play. Now, and for some people it takes longer. You hear pop, oh, I've had this cold that just doesn't seem to want to leave my body, because their white blood cells are not up to scratch, so to speak. If you have a blood assay done and you find out that the blood count is at around 3,500 now, that's very low. In the natural healthcare profession, we like it to be 5,000 to 10,500. That is the white blood count. So you stand a good chance for your immune system. Go out there and get these. So basically what it does, in a nutshell, these are the generals, the thymus and the spleen. They instructed the commission officers, the corporals, the sergeants, etc., to instruct the foot soldiers to go out there and zap this virus and pathogens. And that's how it works, the cascade effect. So once you've done that sort of thing, or you follow that, you can help yourself naturally with products that will help build the immune system. Now, for the adaptive system, for the innate immune system, we like to use, to keep the white blood count up, folic acid and B12. Now, you can have a methylated coenzyme form of that, because some people are unable to convert it in their bodies to fight the virus. So you need a slightly different form. The only way to find out whether you do that is through muscle testing, or having specialist help to do it. But kinesiology can get precisely to your product or supplement required specific to you through muscle testing. Similarly, the adaptive system, to help fight the virus, we would like to give or test for vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc and astragalus, the herb astragalus. And that helps the immune system build up, so it's able to send out the foot soldiers to go and kill this virus. So if you get anyone offering you or advising you to, this is a cure for this, that, there is no such cure. As Dr. Yannick in the USA recommend or says, he says that there's no known cure for the immune system. The immune system, as I said, it has an innate and adaptive side. It could be up. The innate system could be up. If you imagine a line going across, it could be up, and the adaptive system could be right down low, and vice versa. So how can they say if you take this, it will cure it? Because the immune system is up and down all the time, like our emotions, up and down, up and down. And the only way to really test for it is through kinesiology or a specialist. You go and see a specialist to see if that's what you require to help the immune system. So we're at Good Vitality use kinesiology, and we can precisely show you what form of nutrient that you need to help your immune system. Don't take chances if you can. Help yourselves, help your family and friends. I can give you a shotgun approach, but it's better to be precise and use these markers and place them on the body, and the body will come back strong as to what remedy that it wants for you to improve your health. Similarly, I can offer you a shotgun approach on the innate side, if it's sore or anything like that on one of these reflexes, which is B12 and folic acid. Again, you really need to be tested, because there's 4 types of B12 and at least 3 different types of folate. You've got folic acid, folate, methylated folate, and you really need to be tested. But if you can't get out the house, order them online, Amazon, eBay, whoever you use, or if you know someone that can get them for you, all the better. But it's better to use the professional ranges. So that's my recommendation for you. I hope you've enjoyed this little video that I've put together, just to inform you a bit better on what you can do to help yourself. You can obviously take, I do also recommend that you can take a protein drink with a multivitamin. It's called TNT with cyanoprotein. I take that every day. It's got the full spectrum nutrients, macronutrients, phytonutrients, fibre, insoluble fibre. So I'm getting everything I want in a meal. So that's a good replacement meal. I use that as a breakfast. So I'm getting straight away, I'm getting the nutrients in my body to help myself fight anything that comes my way, basically. And you can do the same. I'm here to answer any questions. If you want to forward on, please forward this on to and share it with whoever you know, because it will be helpful to someone. You might not think it, but please, it will help someone. I'm here to answer any questions. If I can be of help to you, please do get in contact. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.